Hey everybody, we got Marek. We got the king back. How's it going, Marek?
Hi Mike, it's all good. Thank you very much. Appreciate to have me again. Very excited. I feel really good. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, it's Saturday evening on my end here. I got my tea ready. I got my water ready. And yeah, we got the king back. Marek, what happened, man? You have a very nice costume.
Thank you.
What up?
Well, it's well we try to be associated with our KingX launching. So Kings is talking to you. Listen to the king.
This is fantastic, man. I like this. I like this. Marek,
Thank you.
definitely very a warm welcome, everybody. I'm seeing there's more and more people coming in, so this is great. I'm seeing the more. Mo, what's
Hello,
up, man?
Mo.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I'm seeing other people. Kevin is saying, "I'll also be hour one at Minting King X." Exactly, hour one. I think this is the thing. Me and Mario, we're having a bit of an issue. Actually, is it hour one or hour zero? But anyway, we're gonna talk about that a bit later. I'm gonna pull up the white paper as well later on, I think, and then we can go through some of the things. I mean, first of all, uh, I think you just told me before we just got started here that you have actually a little surprise. So maybe don't give the people the surprise just yet. I think first thing I'm gonna do is like share my screen. Today is it's going to be a little bit more freestyle, not like the last time was a bit probably very structured, but nevertheless, as you guys know me, I still need to have a bit of structure so that we can see what's going on. So the first thing we're gonna start with, Marek just told me that he is going to give us an update on TitanX Market. But actually, today the whole focus of this stream it's more regarding KingX, the token itself, because I got a lot of DMs as well. You guys did not really understand KingX. You did understand, but there was a bit of confusion. That's why I invited Marek again, so that we can go through, we can deep dive on this stream on the KingX token. And then on the last section, we're gonna check out the KingX liquidity pool and the buy and burn. So, Marek, let's start. First, I mean, there's a surprise. I don't know when you're gonna give it to them, but probably not now.
It's a
But anyway,
surprise, so I will try to surprise everyone. But yes, the very important thing is that hasn't been published public yet, and it will be mentioned on your stream for a very far first time.
this is
But
fantastic.
starting first from the little and a bigger update on TitanX Market. As you remember, we spoke before with you on our previous stream about that there is a chance. You mentioned something. Okay, there will be lots of competition on protocols building on a TitanX stake or related to the TitanX stake, and I mentioned something. We can actually do TitanX Market buy and mine protocol instead of buy and stake, where we thought that it will all the TitanX ecosystem will benefit more. I will quickly remind that the whole idea is to increase the numbers of the mines because they are the fuels of the TitanX ecosystem. So we changed the functionality of the TitanX market from buy and stake to buy and mine. And everything else will be the same. So it will work like this that uh, all Ethereum fees related to the use of a protocol incurred by user, say loans, making purchases, granting loans, are collected by the TitanX market smart contract and then distributed. 46% will this time go to the TitanX market mine, not TitanX market buy and sale and stake. I'm sorry, not buy and sell, buy and stake. So that this is only difference, but it's significant, we think. Works as follow. 46 in our white papers has been updated as well. I will just quickly mention here. It works as follow. 46% of the Ethereum fees generated by the TitanX Market protocol will be distributed to this new function, TitanX Market Mine. A minimum of 1.1 Ethereum is required to the TitanX Market Mine function to be initiated by any user. Once mine has matured, any user can initiate claim of the TitanX tokens, etc., etc.
Marek,
Uh,
I think let's take a one step back here. Probably,
okay.
for my taste, you dive too deep in now already. What I'm gonna do first is probably share my screen here, and I have share. This is so you were talking about the TitanX market, the fees here generated. Something changed in this one. Is that correct?
Yes. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry for this. So the
No
very
problem.
first one, buy and stake, has been changed to buy and mine. That's it. So instead, we participating in a TitanX protocol on a stake level. We will participate in a TitanX protocol by creating the mines.
Oh, okay. And probably give us a bit of the reasoning. Why has this actually changed from buy and stake to buy and mine? What was the rationale behind it?
So the reason was to not to first of all to create more mines to fill up the TitanX protocol itself. Yes. Second reason obviously is to not be competitor to the other protocols, great protocols like DragonX, Helios, and etc. Whose those protocols are heavily relied or interacting with the staking protocol on a TitanX, right? So we thought that with our generally at the very beginning, our idea was to create more mines. So we thought that if we create again even more mines, it will help everyone else because the mines are filling up the staking pools, burning pools, etc. We thought that this the community TitanX investor will benefit from on our side from buy and mine more than buy and stake.
Okay. Probably can you tell us why is it a buy and mine? Probably it's somewhat I forgot it. Where is the buying part? Because I'm seeing this is just ETH. Is this correct? All these fees are generated at ETH. So normally when you have ETH, you can just start a miner straight away. Where is the buying part? Or am I missing something here? Am I misunderstanding something?
No, you're not missing. There is no buy. It's only TitanX mine. So
Okay.
with the Ethereum generated by the fees will be used or utilized to mine TitanX on a TitanX protocol.
Okay, so probably just remove that and then mine, uh, mine TitanX.
That's correct.
Okay.
We called it. We changed this function for the TitanX market mine. That's or mine TitanX. You can call it mine TitanX so the people understand better.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I think probably just mine TitanX or like whichever word you guys choose. But for now, probably mine TitanX would be maybe the easiest. So the question is, the TitanX market smart contract will be starting those miners, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then when those miners unlock, what happens to that TitanX?
Then they will be distributed once this miner matured.
Yes.
Any user can initiate the claim of this TitanX tokens by the TitanX market, and the TitanX tokens will be used to buy a KingX on a market from KingX TitanX liquidity pool. And this KingX token will be distributed as a reward for the to all the activities. You remember we spoke the last time affiliate pool, active pool, etc.
Yes.
So the principles behind it remain the same.
Hmm.
Uh, with the staking was buy the KingX and distribute to the active users. Here, this the same. Mine, the TitanX. TitanX will be used to buy KingX, and this KingX from the market, and this KingX will be distributed to active users.
All right. I think I'm gonna share another tab here, and this is probably, I think, the one which we discussed the last time. So the buy and stake changes, and this is just going to be
Mine,
like mine TitanX here.
correct? Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is the change which happened on the Titan on the TitanX Market smart contract. So there is no max stakes here. Are those max miners as well?
Very good question. Very good question. We still have a time to decide. The most probably there will be there is 2 years. If I have to be honest, there is a few ways to do this.
Okay.
Two ways. The major we can hardcore this to decide that there will be 280 days mines, but then active users have to wait 280 days to collect their rewards. Or
Mhm.
another way is to have access key to this function, and depends on the market regulated the length of the mines, so the active users will benefit the most. We haven't decided it yet, Mike. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I think this was just more like understanding. So probably for people who are like currently joining, the change on the TitanX market, as far understood, is that before this was buy and stake, and now it's yeah, the competition with other protocols seems to be very high. So the guys decided to change this to just mine TitanX, and when those miners is not yet clear as of now if these are going to be max miners or not, but you guys either, yeah, you're going to see if it's going to be hard coded or not, right?
That's correct, Mike. That's correct.
All right, all right, okay. So I think I understood that point. Yeah, yeah. All right. So and then the affiliate pool, the Genesis pool, everything else stays pretty much the same.
Correct. That's all the further actions that remain the same. Yes.
Okay. So probably to just give the people like a quick update again, what was the activity pool, the affiliate pool, and the Genesis pool? I think is for most people clear, but these two pools here, could you just probably give a quick summary for the people who are new?
So affiliate pool is for you, obviously. So you can use the reference link, and everyone who use your reference links to later interact with the TitanX market, you will be rewarded 1 point for each this person interaction. Like 1 point if he does the mint on the TitanX market, you have 1 point. If posting, 1 point, etc. And depends on the share pool of your how many points you have, how big is your share in this pool, your rewards will come to you from what we spoke before, mining TitanX. As if for the activity pools, so every user as well will be awarded points, 5 points for mint, 5 points for stake, 5 points from posting, modifying, etc., and 5 points for every interaction in TitanX market is 5 points. And again, this will create your share in a pool, and that's what you will be rewarded.
All right, yeah, that's fantastic. So I think that was like a little recap from the last time what yeah, what you explained as well. So
That's correct. Yes.
King Marek, was that the only update on the TitanX market yet, or should we dive into KingX Token now, the deep dive?
That was one slight one, but we get too so deep. Let me quickly think. So sorry, there is one.
No problem.
Mike, you and it comes from you this time. You see that this the streams are in a super high level importance. We're learning a lot from interaction with the communities. So the last time when we went on stream with you, you mentioned something else. What was this? Let me quickly find it. Fees. Mike, you asked great question last time in regards of fees on the TitanX market. If you or one of your viewers ask if I post something on TitanX market, which will have the decided by me condition, like I won't take a loan on this much money against my mine on this much percentage or to pay the interest rate. And then you said, what if I change it? Do I have to pay the fees again and
Yes.
so on? Yeah. So we had meetings with the team. We thought about this, and we will change this, make it more fair. King is just, you see, King is fair. So we will make it fair for the users and to encourage more users who are posting. So that will be changed. Most probably it will be changed that there would be very little, like a minimal, because there has to be some kind of the fee because you're interacting with the protocol. So there will be very like little marginal fee for the posting, but the main fees generated by the TitanX protocol will be depending on a transaction. So when when the transaction happens, then the fees will be from transaction. So back to your question, if you post something and then you want to modify, give some more percentage or less to attract buyers or someone to grant you the loan, you will not be penalized for this so heavy to pay another fee for posting. We're working on this, and it will be done.
All right. Well, this is great. I mean, this is like somewhat same way as, I don't know, if you post something on eBay, right? They have their fees. But if I change from, I don't know, if I'm selling something for $200 and nobody buys it, and I bring it down to $100, still the fees are the same, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, obviously, if you own Ethereum, you still have to pay the transaction fees. Okay, that's non-negotiable. It is what it is. The cost of doing business, as they say. But I mean,
Correct.
was my reasoning, right? Because it's, yeah, I posted something for $200. I mean, as the eBay example, and now I want to change it to $100. Yeah, if you pay a fee for that, then it's going to be a bit harder, I guess. Like people will be more.
100%. No, you've been, Mike, you've been right, and you're questioning this particular. You've been right. What we did actually, we contacted a person, someone who's got over 25 years experience in a stock marketing on the stocks, and we did some consultation with this person, and he said, he analyzed our strategy, and he said, what you want, guys, is to encourage as many people to posting as much without this. So we decided that we will do like this because we want to encourage people to participate in a TitanX market and in the future with the hypermarket. So, and we know that the condition will change. Sometimes it's a very dynamic, aggressively changing market, and you shouldn't be penalized for changing this condition, we think. So we'll do this as easy and as favorable for the users as possible. That's the promise from the king.
Oh, the king. Marek the king, man. He's gonna give everything you want.
Well,
The-
I don't
the-
know about everything you want, but we'll try to be as just, as fair as possible. Seriously.
that's great, I think. So, Marek, is that everything now on the TitanX market update? And I think people are waiting, like they're asking, is like, what's up with KingX?
Yeah,
Our
yes,
king
yes.
is
Sorry.
here.
Yeah, that's everything. Apologize for this but I thought people deserve it, you as well. So it's all in a white paper. So that's all the updates on the TitanX market. Thank you.
That is fantastic. So, guys, we're gonna jump right back into the KingX token, and I'm gonna be sharing my screen here in 1 second. So, share this tab, and as we see here, so we're gonna do a little deep dive on the KingX token, which is, by the way, launching on the 15th of February, 2024. And if you ask yourself what time exactly, I would like you to go and visit titanxhub.com. I'm going to share this tab as well. And if you go to titanxhub.com, I did a quick update. And if you go here, you're going to see this is KingX. This is the native token of the TitanX market. And here you see your countdown. Yeah, so I think this is great. A lot of people were confused with all this UTC timing. I mean, I'm a
Hmm.
software developer, so I'm very used to UTC timing because like that is the reference of everybody, right? But it seems like yeah, for a lot of people, I got a lot of DMs like, oh, what is like? Not everybody is somewhat familiar with that time zone, which is yeah. But anyhow, you have now the countdown here, so don't hesitate. Visit TitanXUp.com, check out the launch date. You have all the links here to the white paper of KingX itself and everything else. So let me get back to the real deal here. I'm going to share this tab here now. So we're going to do a deep dive on the KingX token. All right. So before, like Marek, King Marek, give us a little I don't know if you've, I think on Reddit they have this TLDR, too long to read. So give us a quick summary. What is KingX? What is the value proposition for people participating? And yeah, what's the future plan with it? Just a quick update first for the starter.
Okay, thank you. So, as you asked, why the KingX is unique? What's the KingX? KingX is a native token for the TitanX market and for coming later on Hypermarket. KingX has immense utility. Is the heart of decentralized trading markets like TitanX Market and Hypermarket, where buying, selling, taking, granting loans against TitanX mines and stakes are possible. By owning KingX and staking it on a TitanX market, a protocol, you really own shares in those decentralized trading markets. So this innovating passive income doesn't come from thin air, like in some staking protocols, but from fees generated by transaction on the trading markets, TitanX markets and Hypermarket. So as I said, it's like having a shares in decentralized banks or stocks. So we can deep dive later on the percentage and how we generated this percentage to allocate to the KingX stakers. One thing what we can do, where our goal is to design the KingX to be the heart of the TitanX ecosystem, where the TitanX market and Hypermarket are the most important decentralized trading markets. So we would like to give users extra utility on TitanX protocol and massive benefits from owning KingX. The one very important thing as well on top of this, to not going too deep, it's and it's really important. KingX is designed for price performance. You could really tell that, or one could, that the KingX contains green candles in its code. It is a real king of buy and burn. Because if you take it, from the, I don't know if we're gonna to go later on through the white papers, or you just want me to carry on
No, I
and
mean, it's fine. I think it was just I wanted to start off with like you
okay.
giving the viewer like a quick summary, what is KingX and stuff like that. I think you've gone through some of it already. Um, so maybe what we can jump on right now, and we can also pull in the white paper later on, and then you can go into deeper into that. But let's jump to, let me just share my screen again, and this is now here the mint duration and exchange amount, right? So I mean there is a mint ratio, so it
Correct.
seems, so there's going to be a mint duration of if I'm not mistaken 17 days, and in that's and then in that 17 days there's going to be an exchange amount. So you're going to give, so probably a quick summary: you create and mint your own KingX token with TitanX. First of all, that's the most important thing.
That's correct. You have to have a liquid TitanX to get KingX. No other way.
No other way. Yeah. So this is the first, the most important thing. This is the, you created yourself. Like you interact with the smart Titan KingX smart contract, and you create your own KingX tokens with obviously you must have TitanX. And then the second most important thing for me, for my understanding, was the amount of KingX tokens you get in exchange decreases every hour by 0.22%, and that goes for around 17 days. So is that correct?
That's very correct. Yes. The the gates to the castle are open only 17 days, but they dropping, the ratio starts 1 to 1 in the first hour, and then it drops 0.22% every hour, and you have 70 days, and that's it. And then it's to market to decide how much KingX token will be minted, created within this period of 70 days, and there would be never ever created anymore.
All right. So at the beginning, on the first hour, you're going to receive 1 to 1.
That's very correct. Yes, at the very first hour you will receive 1 to 1 ratio, and second hour the ratio will drop by 0.22%, and so on, so on, so on, to the very last
Last hour. So what is the last hour? What ratio do you have there? Last hour.
1 to 10.
Okay, so you receive 10% of the initial, like so if you went in on the first hour, you'd receive 1 to 1, and then on the last hour would be 0.1. Is that correct?
That's correct. 1 to 0.1. That's very
Okay.
correct.
All right, yeah. So guys, I mean, you can see the decrease is quite rapid, it seems.
It
so
is
so
very
me
aggressive. Yes, it is the shorter time. It is quite or very aggressive time to meet that. We want to kind of encourage people to interact, to be active, to excitement as well, to bring out the excitement. And we believe that this mechanics will have a big impact on price appreciation as well, and help to burn TitanX within this period of the time.
All right, yeah, this is great. This is great. So I'm seeing here hard drive. He's saying that he's saying yes, I will be 0 hour as well.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I
That's
I
most
say
of the
first
people.
hour, but anyhow.
Yeah. That's yes. However you call it, be there. Try to be as soon as you can.
All
I
right.
spoke with some of my friends and some investors around the world, and I said, yeah, so how is it? First hour? And they told me, no, it's going to be first, second. I said, all right. I said, well done. So there would be, yes, it would be cool to see how who
Mm.
was the first, or yeah, it's good. It's gonna be very very hot period of the time, and busy and exciting. It's the burning will initiate quick after the initiate pool will be established, so all good.
Fantastic. Yeah, so this is great. So guys out there, if you, whether you call it 0 hour or first hour, I call it one first hour and some people call it 0 hour. It doesn't matter. Like, please don't get confused. It's just 1 to 1 on the first hour, and then it goes down 0.22% on the second hour.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Like, you need TitanX to get KingX. There is no way around that. Basically, that's
No, we decided there is no compromises. We do follow a Jake Sharp idea and the suggestion, and what he comes with, and he said, if you're creating the protocol on top of TitanX, if you really want to help TitanX and TitanX investors and the community, you should create the pool, your protocol with TitanX. So we following this idea, and there is no compromising, not even partially other coins used to mint KingX. TitanX liquid, that's it. Burn it as much as you can.
that is fantastic. So the thing is, let me ask you this. I'm not sure if I asked you this the last time. I do do you just lock Titanix, or is it actually burned as well? I'm probably yeah, like probably that's the question.
Okay, so at the very beginning, 10 billion TitanX tokens will be needed to pair with or to create 10 billions KingX. Once this will happen, yes, once this liquidity pool will be created, 10 billion KingX with 10 billion TitanX, then buy and burn protocol will initiate. And there is, in the buy and burn protocol, there is 97%. I will repeat this one more time: 97% buy and burn. So all the TitanX used to create, to mint KingX, 97% of it will be used to buy and burn KingX.
That is fantastic. So probably I'm going to share my screen again here, and this is oh, I need to share the right tab. So this is it. Yeah. So I mean, here probably just what you just mentioned is that you, the user, you mint your own tokens as always. So you're gonna send in your Titanx to the KingX smart contract, and then you're gonna receive the KingX. And depending which hour you do it, you either gonna receive it if you're on the first hour 1 to 1, or in the second hour is going to be going down to 0.22% up to the last hour in the 17-day, which you're going to receive zero point 0.1 of it, like 10% of whatever you gave the King smart contract. 3% goes to the Genesis, and then 97%. This is what Marek, the King Marek, sorry, I'm sorry, King Marek said 97% goes to the buy and burn. And this will be buying and burning KingX over time.
That's correct. So this is, we using basically the TitanX function, the V2 TitanX decentralized function. So this will be buying a KingX token from the market and burning the KingX tokens, right? Reducing the available supply of the KingX tokens. So
Fantastic.
this
Okay.
function has been used and is used in TitanX protocol. You have V1 and V2. This is the based on the V2, works magic, works very good. This is what we will use in a KingX token smart contract.
Okay. I'm gonna scroll down here a little bit, and this is so in so this is the liquidity pool, right? So we're gonna jump a little bit here, guys, but I think this is just important. Let's talk a bit about the King's liquidity pool and the buy and burn here, because here I just showed that the distribution of your TitanX, how this is gonna be distributed, but
Mhm.
also probably how will the liquidity pool, which is TitanX KingX ratio, or yeah, liquidity pool, how is this going to be created?
Okay, so yes, the first, as I mentioned at the beginning, first 10 billion TitanX tokens
Mm-hmm.
will mint 10 billion KingX,
Got you. Okay. Okay.
and that's your liquidity pool starts. That's
Mm-hmm.
create these liquidity pools at the beginning. Until this moment, the buy and burn will not be initiated because there would be nothing to burn or would be too little to burn. We had to. It was exactly the same with TitanX. So we we just copied the process from TitanX. So the
All right.
first amount we established this TitanX 10 billion will mint 10 billion KingX. So this will create a liquidity pool, and then of the 10 billion KingX, and then the buy and burn function will be initiated.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to have the first 10 billion, which gets collected by people sending in their TitanX to the KingX smart contract, will be collected, and then a one-time uh, a one-time function exists to mint 10 billion KingX tokens, and that liquidity pool will be created then.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, I think this is yeah, as you just mentioned as well. This is how actually the buy and burn V1, how that like the liquidity pool, the original liquidity pool of TitanX, with the ETH, wrap ETH liquidity pool. That's how it was created, and
Correct. Yes.
okay. So I don't remember exactly that the function of creating the liquidity pool, is it also included in the V2? I thought it was only in the V1. I just don't
Uh,
remember exactly.
There was no V2 yet when TitanX starts. Yes, only V1. The V2 was created later.
I know that, but my question is that function of creating the liquidity pool, that is not in the V2 version, or am I mistaken?
No, there isn't. The V2 didn't exist yet.
No, no, no. But what I'm saying is like if I look at the code right now on the V2, that
Yeah.
function of creating the one-time liquidity pool on V2, liquidity pool had already been created by V1.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like I don't know. This is just my curiosity right now. Is in the code of TitanX buy and burn V2, is there the function to create a liquidity pool? Is it there? Does it exist there?
Well, in our buy and burn function, the creating the pool it exists in a buy and burn protocol. We don't have a V1, V2 version, or we have only one buy and burn protocol. And in this function, creating the liquidity pool, 10 billions of KingX exist in this function. Yes, that's
All
correct.
right. Yeah. I think just okay. Maybe. Yeah. It's fine. My question was more if that function exists in the V2, but you added one in. It's fair enough. I mean that was I was just curious if that exists at all because TitanX. Let's just skip this because this is just more my curiosity here, getting out of hand, guys. Um, and I'm seeing Hellwell is saying it will be done different way. I'm not sure if that's a comment directly to me or to somebody else in the chat here. But anyhow, um, so okay, so the liquidity pool, and then we have the buy and burn. I mean, for most people, they do understand what the buy and burn does, but probably for a bit more newer people, could you explain the people like what does the buy and burn do and why doing it this way?
Well, what the simplest explanation for most of the people, buy and burn, reducing supply of the asset. It's reducing supply by the asset from the market, so it has a buying pressure, positive buying pressure on an asset. So the price goes up because asset is less. That's the simple explanation of buy and burn.
Yeah. I think yeah, I think that's pretty much very clear. And yeah, I mean, you see here the burn part as well, which is just sent to the
Okay,
burn
yes. So the
map.
barn, in my understanding,
Mm.
you can do this in two ways. Probably most common way is it's just sending it to that address,
Mhm.
so it's taken out from the market, or there is a function which I don't want to go to the details. It's taking out the assets from the protocol, from the market. In either way, these assets are, we call it barn because they cannot be utilized back. They just disappearing. They are taken, bought. They are bought, so the price go up, and they can never be sell back because they will be barn, if you like,
All right.
sent to the dead address.
Fantastic, fantastic. So let's probably just jump in to something else here, which is now the KingX token can also be staked. And and maybe what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna switch to this tab here again. Please just correct me if I'm not mistaken here. This is now the KingX token stakers here. So whenever once you have minted your tokens, KingX, there's a possibility for the user to stake those tokens. So what are the benefits of somebody staking the KingX token? Why not just keep it liquid?
Okay, first of all, what we want to mention to everyone that KingX token can be staked on a TitanX market only at the moment, right? Not on a, there is no like on a KingX protocol itself. KingX can be staked on a TitanX market, and a benefit is, as you can see here, uh, by the allocation of rewards from the generated fees from TitanX Market, which is 36.8, I believe. You have something written here. Do I
Yeah,
see it correct? Okay,
36.8%. Yeah.
36.8. It goes back to the fees generated on the TitanX Market goes back to the KingX stakers, not only holders, but stakers. The one thing I think I mentioned this on the last meeting as well, you can stake and unstake the KingX on a TitanX market anytime you want, really.
Okay, this is also interesting. So the staking, unstaking, there is no uh like there is no locking. Like you're not
No,
locked.
there is no locking, or there will be no locking penalties or protocol. It's you can stake and unstake whenever you want the KingX token, yes, on a TitanX market protocol, and the mechanism will works like that. So Ethereum from the protocol, from the TitanX market protocol,
Mhm.
fees will be used to buy TitanX first, TitanX token from the market. So it will help TitanX price, yes. And then TitanX will buy KingX from the market. So already again helping KingX price to go up, yes. And this bought from the market KingX will be distributed to the KingX stakers on TitanX market protocol. So there is no creating KingX from minting new thing KingX, which could be could create inflation. It's only buying KingX from the market. That's very important to mention, I guess.
Okay. So probably here this is just to summarize a little bit, you're not going to be receiving the ETH, you're going to receive KingX, the token itself.
Yes, yes, and because there is a liquidity pool KingX TitanX, the Ethereum will buy TitanX from the TitanX Ethereum liquidity pool, and then the TitanX will be buying KingX from KingX TitanX liquidity pool. That's very important because you really helping both protocol. You helping the protocol is helping TitanX and KingX.
Okay. All right. This is it's basically going to be working very similar as the buy and burn, but it's not going to be burning. It's going to the burning part is giving it back to the king stakers. So so probably let me just jump here a little bit. This is the buy and burn, which is the TitanX buy and burn, and
That's
the
correct. So
Mhm.
the difference is, so you have this the buy and barn during the initiate phase, if you want. Yes,
Mhm. Minting phase,
during the
king
minting
X
phase.
minting
Yes,
phase.
correct.
Mhm.
Thank you. 17 days, and then you have a buy and barn. Once this pool, buy and barn pool, will be finished. Yes, this 97% used to TitanX used to create. KingX, there would be a limit, of course, yes, that's as many as it will be. Once those will be used to buy and burn KingX, then this pool will be empty, right? Until TitanX Market start, transaction will be happening on a TitanX Market, and the fees will be generated by the TitanX Market. And again, in the same principles we described this before, yes, by buying this Ethereum from the fees. Actually, it's 9.2% of the fees generated by the TitanX Market will be used in this buy and burn protocol. Again, the same, it will buying TitanX from the market, and then TitanX will buy the KingX from the market and burn it, send it to the that address.
Okay, so maybe what I'm gonna do right now here, because I think I understood the KingX token stakers. Uh, I mean, this is maybe I should not be doing this while we're live, but nevertheless, let's give it a try. Which is I'm gonna paste it somewhere in here so that we understand it a little bit better. And this is just to give you a bit of context. This is the KingX token stakers. Um, so KingX takers. Let me just do it this way, and then basically at the end, this is not going to be the buy and burn. This is going to be the and buy and send to staking. No, stakers. Uh, Maybe there is a better word for it, but it's not going to be burning here. This is going to go to the stakers then, if I understand that correctly now. This is now KingX stakers. So let me probably rephrase it so that we are on the same page. I'm going to go back here. And so the fees, TitanX Market, there are fees for listing a miner or a stake, for either a sale or a loan, right? And then the same way is for buying a listed miner or granting a loan. That also comes with a fee, and those fees get collected and they get distributed. And one of the path is the KingX token stakers, right? So
That's
now
correct.
what I have just done here, which is probably would have been best if I've done this earlier, but maybe I just did not understand it myself a little. We're understanding it live here. The king gave us his time, and we're understanding the project. So, Marek, um, so this is not burning King X, but this is just send King X. And this is goes to the KingX takers. So the first thing is like the ETH, which it gets collected here, and then it first buys TitanX with that ETH, and that TitanX buys KingX, and that KingX once received is going to be sent to the KingX takers.
That's
All right.
correct.
Okay. And probably how often does will this happen? Like how often do the people can they receive their the KingX basically as staking? Is that somewhat
Uh,
known, or how is the mechanic behind it?
uh, Good question. Uh,
I mean, if you don't know, it's fine as well. I mean, it's
no, there is. I don't remember by heart. With
mhm.
each, there is a limit. I think 1.1. There are some limits established to where the interaction with it can happen, and a user can click the button, claim your rewards. I don't remember by heart this limit, because it has to be. I think we established the 1.1 Ethereum has to be minimum 2 for the protocol to buy the TitanX, and then some limits for TitanX to buy the KingX, and then user can click and claim their rewards.
Okay. So I mean, so normally you have. I mean, on TitanX, it's just very clear. Like it's like the 8 day. I mean, all the payout days, right? So that's why the question now here is like, is there like maybe like a particular threshold where like something's gonna be done, or like and also the function to buy it and send it to the staking.
Yes, yeah. Okay. I didn't understand. Yes, so yes, then TitanX will buy KingX token from the market and allocate them for the payouts for the staker. So we will have a payouts a protocol as well, days where they can click, and day 8 or then 10 and so on. Yes, there would be the payouts times allocated, how often they can do this.
Oh, okay. But there is no like a particular day when the payout will happen.
I don't think we established this yet.
All right. Okay.
No, but it
Oh,
will be, yes. The payouts to staker will be, yes, in a particular order.
all right. Okay. All right. So I think so. Now we have the so let's put it this way now. Let me just go through like what a user might do, and then maybe we can discuss some of those things. So let me say I have a bit of TitanX, and I'm thinking of participating in the TitanX market. And then and then obviously I'm going to titanxhub.com, and then I'm seeing the countdown. Let me just share that as well, because I'm walking through the process here of you, the user, if you're thinking of participating. So I'm going to visit titanxhub.com, and then I'm going to see, hey, I have 4 days left. Maybe at the time while you're doing this, it's going to be few seconds left. What is the first thing what people need to visit to be able to mint, to start minting? What is the website?
To start minting
KingX.
TitanX,
No, KingX.
KingX will be KingX website, yes.
Yeah. Well, what is the website of it?
Let me just check it. I think it's King.
Mhm.
It's here, KingX token website.
Is it KingX.TitanxMarket.win?
So it's KingX.TitanxMarket.win.
Okay, so I've just visited
Ah,
KingX.
this is the one. Yes.
Okay, so I just visited KingX.TitanxMarket.win, and I'm seeing phase one is coming. How many phases are there?
This is I mean, KingX is the first one. Then TitanX, you could market is the phase 2, and then Hyper market, you could call it phase 3, or TitanX Market and Hypermarket is the phase 3. So the KingX as a token is the phase 1. TitanX Market, Hypermarket is the phase 2, and there will be a phase 3.
All right. I mean, guys, as you heard it from the king himself, right? There's many phases in the in the king strategy. So let me just walk through this again. I'm on titanxhub.com. I'm seeing, hey, Kai, I have so many hours left. and I will visit KingX.Titanx TitanxMarket.win. I'm also gonna share the website itself here so that you guys can actually see. Let me just do this. So I'm going to do. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm just freestyling a little bit more today. Yeah. So the website is KingX.Titanx.win. That's what you're gonna do, and then Marek, what are the what will people do then once they start visiting the website? It's like, okay, you first, I guess, you're gonna connect your wallet, and then you make sure you have some TitanX in your wallet, and then what happens next? Like, probably walk us through until you go to staking, because I think now people understand there's the KingX token and then there's TitanX Market, and they don't. Um, the first thing would be the TitanX token, and then TitanX Market will come much later. How much later? Probably you can give us that a little bit as well, but probably just walk through us the whole process there.
Okay, so on the KingX website, there will be the user interface. Uh, we are in the process of creating it at the moment, nearly finished. We try to make it as easy as possible. So the user will come to the KingX website, connect the wallet, has to have it liquid TitanX, decide how much TitanX wants to use, depends
Is
on
there
the
a minimum?
time, the ratio will be, and then click the mint KingX, and he will receive in the KingX in this time.
Okay, so
The
sorry for
TitanX market wouldn't exist yet because the TitanX, so it will be very easy, simple on a KingX site. Just go, click, decide of the amount of your TitanX, mint KingX, like on the exchange, and you will receive your KingX. You wouldn't be able to stake KingX at this moment at time because you will be able to mint to stake KingX only once the TitanX market is launched. We do plan to launch TitanX market at the hopefully end of February. So it will
gotcha.
be 2 weeks between possibility of buying and selling and the staking KingX.
All right, yeah, fantastic. And Hard Drive is asking here: is there going to be a minimum TitanX for minting, or there is no minimum?
Oh, that's a very good question. I don't know at this moment in time. I don't.
No, no
I don't
problem.
know.
I mean, I think most people they should just join your Telegram, and then maybe some of these questions which you were not able to answer, you can talk back to your team, especially the dev, and then just post them on your Telegram. I think that would be the easiest.
Yeah, yes, that's correct. We can. What we can.
No, no, I mean,
Do.
you don't have to do it now. It's like you can just do it
Okay.
later. So Hellwhale has posted something here, which is I think interesting because, yeah, as I said, Marek is the king himself, but he got his people working. Uh, and if I'm not mistaken, Hiroshi is the dev. Is that correct, Marek?
That's correct. Yes, Hiroshi is the co-founder and the dev.
Okay, so we got the king, Marek. He has his people working for him. He's the one talking. so, so Hellwhale is saying. And Marek is unaware of the arrangement with Hiroshi. The payouts for the stakers will not be periodic.
Oh, there
They
you
will be
are.
made on as needed basis when a certain amount is collected from the protocol fees. For example, 1 ETH.
That's what I thought. I thought it's 1.1 ETH, but yeah, okay. So
All right.
the pool has to have certain amount before the collection will be initiated.
Exactly. So Hellwhale is just probably the last sentence here I read out, which is at that point, TitanX will be bought from the market, and then those TitanX will purchase KingX and distribute to the stakers, as we have discussed a bit earlier.
That's correct.
That is fantastic. So we got
Thank you, Hellwhale, for helping, for explaining
live
this to
commentary
everyone.
here.
Good, yes, teamwork.
That is fantastic. So probably here before I forget this. Oh, I don't know. Thank you for the super sticker, by the way. So now I'm not sure. Is it Aussie or Aussie? I'm just gonna say Aussie. Hopefully
Probably
that's
Aussie,
correct.
yes.
Aussie, thanks for the $19.99, man. Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah. So now I think, Marek, we spoke pretty much. I think the KingX tokens. I think people do understand it a bit more now. They know what kind of benefits they have if they stake it. And probably one question which I'm still thinking here, which is, once you have staked your KingX tokens, is the yield liquid or not?
What do you mean by the yield liquid? Once you, yes, yeah. So you stake the. Um,
Can you claim,
you,
basically, can you claim your KingX without unstaking, or is the yield locked?
no, you can claim it. Yes, you can claim it, and the rest, and as what you claim, you can add to the stake.
Okay, but I mean, what I'm asking is,
So you have a
can you just claim it and then
KingX, you have a
sell the
KingX,
yield?
and then you stake it. Sorry.
So I'm saying is like, let's just go through a simple example. I have staked my KingX tokens. Now there is a payout. Is that payout liquid? Is like, can I claim it and then sell it?
That's
Can I
correct.
keep my
Yes,
stake?
you can do it whatever you want. You can keep your stake. You can claim your payouts, and if you wish to, you can profit them.
All right, okay, but your
Your
stake
stake
still.
remains stake. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Was more. This was more the question I was thinking. Yeah, because I mean, there is some other protocols whereby the yield is also locked.
No, the yield is not locked. You can claim it. You can do whatever you want with it, as long as you have a stake. Once you unstake, you can't participate in a pool.
All right, yeah, great. There is one question here regarding hard drive, and he's asking, um, can we hear how mining will be performed as admin smart contract mechanics? So, I mean, do you understand the question?
I do think so. That's what we were explaining, because that's strictly to the related to the TitanX market, not to the KingX. But hard drive, thank you very much for the question. If I may, Mike, I'll try to repeat what we said on the last stream, if you're okay
No
with it.
worries, man. Go ahead. That's
Try
why
to
we're here.
be to not going to the very deep, if that's the question about. So TitanX market, when the users interact with the TitanX market, you put your funds to the TitanX market. TitanX market will create like a sub-smart contracts, mini smart contracts, which we call them buckets. These smart contracts will mint, the sub-smart contracts will mint TitanX on a TitanX protocol itself. This bucket, or this mini smart contract, will have owner's ID, so the pointers to the owner ID, as well as the ID to the mine. And this bucket, this mine, if you wish, you could put on the on a TitanX market to have a loan as the collateral, or put it on a sell. If this transaction, meaning if the ownership will change by selling or taking a loan and not paying the loan, the ownership of this buckets, which has the pointer, which has the ID of the mine on the TitanX market, will change the ownership. And once this mine is finished, the amount of the TitanX will go to the rightful ownership at the end. If that's explained, I tried to do this as easy as I could.
No problem, but I think he meant something else. I think he meant I'm going to share my screen again and share the right tab. So this is it. I think what he meant was more regarding here this change of today, which was the mining part here, right? And yeah, I think he just mentioned it in the chat that the change of was it the change from buy and stake now, which is mine TitanX? How will that be performed in some way? So let me try to read the question again. Can we hear how mining will be performed as admin smart contract mechanics? So if I understand correctly, is how are these miners going to be started in some ways, right? Because is there going to be a function? Is it going to be a public function which can be called and then these miners can be started? Or some of these things are not clear yet how exactly that's going to work out.
Yes, there would be so that will happen on a smart contract in itself. There would be a function which will be called public function, you can call it, which instead of previously be called and do the staking interact on a TitanX market, the on a TitanX itself will create mines directly on a TitanX protocol. So the smart contract itself will create the mines on a TitanX protocol, if that's what the question is about.
All right, yeah. So hard drive, I think hopefully that was a bit clear now. From my understanding is, yeah, there's going to be a function which public callable, and all the mechanics regarding mining length, mining power, that is yet not clear how that you guys are going to do it, right?
No, it's not. So yes, yeah. As I mentioned before, it's either it's gonna be within a function, and it will be this function will mine the TitanX for 280 days, and that's it. There would be no changes, but therefore the users or the stakers will have to wait for their rewards 280 days. Or for this, as you mentioned, public function will have to be some kind of we'll have to have access, the key to the public key or access key, not the public key, the access key to the function to modify or decide at the moment and time what this how long this function will mine the TitanX for.
All right, yeah.
We don't know at this moment in time. We don't know what's the best option to do this. It
All
will
right, no
be. We said we're focusing on a KingX so much at the moment in time that once the KingX is launched 15, then whole our attention and focus would be on TitanX market. But we had this discussion today, and we haven't decided as yet.
All right, yeah, fair enough. I mean, like probably to just chime in there a little bit. I mean, you could do like a short, medium, and max a minor. So at least people they have something like in the short term to look forward to, and then in the medium, and then you have the max minors. So
We
maybe
could,
some,
but then who is decided for this? You know,
but you can
how
just
you will.
you can hard code it. That is, there's only going to be three minors, which
Oh, right.
is
Okay. So spread this. Yeah. It could be. So what do you
yeah.
mean spread? Yeah. That's not
Like
a
short,
depend.
which is I don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
60
Yeah. Yeah.
days or 30 days or whatever. I mean, you can come
Yeah.
up with
It
something
could
like
be.
that.
It could be done like a minimum. Let's say it has to be some reasonable minimum. So it could be like 90 days and 180 days and 280. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I guess. And yeah, partial of this. Yeah. That's something to think about. Yes, and partial of this will be paid in this first period of time.
Yeah.
Partial would be paired in yeah, that's a good idea. I'll make a note of this one actually somewhere.
Yeah.
I review the video later. That's a very good idea for a king, Mike. Thank you very much. We'll take it as for the consideration, 100%.
No problem.
You'll
And the
be
thing is,
knighted.
and the thing is, with that kind of strategy, what could happen is just that first, obviously, the first 90 days or so, people have to wait for longer. But while you're waiting for that, new miner is going to be created 90 days again, the short term. So then the payouts are going to be the day 90, and then probably day 100 is also going to be a payout because 10 days later, new miners were created. So they could be like a ladder if those three miners are created. So if you understand what I mean. But
Yes,
anyhow,
yes. So like leverage, intensify this amount of the payouts. Yeah, we have to spoke with Hiroshi, with see how the functionality can be created, and if there are resources and time and it's feasible to do, we'll definitely think about this. And anyhow, we will decide, or we'll try to decide about with the best option for the KingX stakers, for the users, for sure.
all right, yeah. Because I think like with hard coding, that's just the easiest, right? Because then you just say like, okay, three miners are gonna be created. We need this much amount of ETH
It
for
is
the.
it is easiest, but you have to know that you cannot predict at this moment in time. You cannot predict the conditions of the market, which will be
Absolutely
tomorrow,
not.
after tomorrow. So if it's sometimes you would think it's better, but to have some kind of a access key, the protocol with each user benefits 100%. You have to
Fantastic.
be able to act
Yeah.
to make it. If you create a protocol which has no access fee at all, to if it's complex protocol and market conditions and the crypto changing dynamic changed, and it's something which you didn't foreseen, you will never be able to upgrade or update this protocol, and it will become obsolete. It's
Yeah.
all for the user's benefits. It's not
Yeah.
for anything else. But your suggestion in this one particular function could work better than just one range.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like there's always like a sweet point. Like, okay, where do you, you a bit of flexibility, but then also not too much. Yeah, I mean, it's just a sweet point sometimes to find the right exact.
Yes. This find this balance, and they find it because when you want to create something which the stakers would be benefit and the protocol the must. Yes, to find this balance today. Okay, it could be 90 days or 120 days, but tomorrow might be different, right?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden TitanX price will be up, and everyone will have to wait 280 days for the rewards. Why, if they could get the rewards earlier? But then we have to think about the TitanX itself as well. So yeah, that's definitely something to think about, Mike.
Fantastic. So in the beginning of the stream, you had mentioned there is a bit of there was a surprise. So I'm not
There
sure.
is.
Did you actually tell us the surprise already? And I didn't catch
No, I
it, or
didn't.
you still want to
You
do?
squeezed me so much from every angle that I'm sweating in the crown, Mike. It's good. That's very good. It has to be clear to everyone. Transparency, and it's super important. Yes, that's the priority. One of the priorities. So back to the caviar. Yes, or back to the essence. What's the surprise? Which we haven't mentioned yet. We talked so much about the KingX that the KingX has this very aggressive tokenomics. Yes, 97% buy and barn, then 9.2% buy and barn from the TitanX protocol. Then we mention about the short period of time where you can mint KingX and the ratio dropping per hour. This all add to the price performance of the KingX, we believe. But there is one thing. So another thing is Hypermarket. We have plans to launch the Hypermarket whenever Hypermarket will be, or whenever Hyper will come on the market. We'll try to launch Hypermarket soon after, with all the functionality we have on a TitanX Market, selling, buying, mining, taking a loans, granting a loans, with the Hyper as your asset, right? KingX will still benefit, will be part of this Hyper market protocol. The surprise is we changed the structure of how the fees from the Hypermarket will be allocated to the KingX beneficiary, to the KingX staker and KingX owner. So at this moment in the TitanX Market, we have 9.2% of the fees go to the KingX token buy and burn protocol, yes, as we spoke before, and 36.8% goes to the KingX stakers, as we explained this before. And the surprise is we reverse it. So 36.8% of the fees generated from the Hyper will feed, it goes to the buy and burn protocol, and 9.2% of this generated fees by the Hypermarket will go to the stakers. So what you will, to summarize, you will have initial 97% buy and burn plus 9.2% buy and burn from TitanX Market, and the surprise is plus 36.8% of fees from Hypermarket. To summarize it, it's the KingX will be very hot token. Hello?
Yeah, it seemed. Sorry, I was muted there.
All right. Okay. So that's the new function, or the changing in the functionality of on a Hypermarket. We believe that this will add extra functionality to put even bigger buying pressure on KingX.
Fantastic. So probably to summarize it myself so that I understand it a little bit better, there's going to be a hypermarket. Right now, the first version is going to be TitanX Market, but the structure of a hypermarket is going to be very similar. Like whatever you can do with TitanX here, listing a miner or a stake, or buying a listed miner or stake, or granting a loan is going to be very similar. But what changes is some of the distribution here. Those fees which are created, the distribution has changed in
That's
some
correct.
ways.
So you see in your beautiful drawing, yes, you
Yes.
have the two in the middle, which is 36.8% go, and the 9.2% is a small font for me. Apology. So if you just change this one, reverse then, and everything, the rest remain the same.
I think what I'm gonna try to do is this
There,
one.
there are some conditions, Mike, of course. The first condition is, after many announcements and conversations with Jake, he said that Hyper will be, it's a basically TitanX built on a TitanX, yes.
Yes.
We do have to see the Hyper code, yes, to be able to assess it and see what we have to do and how we have to do. If it's gonna be the same, then we just copy the code, change the function's name, functionality of the TitanX market will remain the same with these little changes.
Fantastic. So, Marek, probably, so one of the changes you said, the 36.8 and the 9.2 were reversed, right?
Yes, if you change them around,
Mhm.
you've got all done.
So let me just do this here live on stream, guys, and then that's dot, and then here is the 36.8.
0.8.
Yeah. So a bit of okay, guys, I'm not gonna make it much further here, but now this 36.8%. What will it go to? Will it go to the KingX token stakers, or how does this work?
No, Mike, come on. I just said it. The 36.8% will go to the buy and barn. It
Okay,
previously
okay.
in TitanX market was going to the KingX stakers, this fee, but in hyper market will go to the buy and barn, and a 9.2% will go to the KingX stakers.
All right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, sometimes
Oh,
live
like
here.
that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this 9.2 goes here.
To the KingX stakers. That's correct. Yes.
Okay. And then is there gonna be mining as well of are you gonna be mining hyper as well?
That's the good question as well. Most probably yes, but that again we haven't decided it yet. We have to monitor the market, how many protocols and how the other protocols will interact with the hyper itself. How the hyper will, because we don't have a hyper code. Yes, Mike, we don't know how Jack will adjust the staking protocol, staking payouts, mining. So we will choose the best. I cannot say at this moment because we don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Most probably yes, but you have to understand that once we know what the hyper is, really what it's gonna be and how it's, we will see the physically the hyper code, then we will decide that what's the best. We will not have exposure on what the other protocol will do over the hyper because we want to be as fast as possible, but we can assume that there would be more activities later on once the hyper launch, right? There would be more activities on a hyper market possibly than a TitanX market. So therefore we decided that we will increase the buy and barning from these activities to help to increase the buying pressure or the price performance to make the KingX even scarier, like less, if you understand what I mean.
Understand. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
a hypermarket, we aiming to launch the hypermarket right after the hyper, right? So
Understand.
if the people choose to interact with hypermarket to do mine and stake, do all the things through the hyper from the very beginning, all you need to do is just take the dune and then see how many mines when they were created. So we can assume that that's gonna be very busy time for the for the hypermarket as well. So we thought about that if we increase the buying buy and barn pool by reversing this ratio, the KingX token will benefit as well. So we think it will be price of the KingX will go up, buy and barning will go up. In some stage, some people will take some profits to get to other protocols or just to take the profits. TitanX market will launch and it will fill up the KingX. So we believe that the price of the KingX will continue to go up. And then when the hypermarket will launch, then with this more aggressive buy and burn from the fees generated by hypermarket, KingX price will have this extra boost to generate more green candles.
Fantastic. I think this I think this is great for people. So as you said earlier, let me just summarize this so that to really, if I really understood it, and please correct me if I'm wrong here. You're aiming to launch Hypermarket right after Hyper has been launched,
As
and
soon as feasibly possible, yes.
okay, and then obviously that hypermarket will also be creating fees, and the distribution here, as you said, 46%. We is not yet sure if you're going to be mining hyper or not. That is still not clear, but yeah, it will be clear at some point. And the fees has been switched. Uh, so 9.2 goes directly to the KingX token stakers, and then the 36.8% goes to the buy and burn, which is gonna be like passive burning, burning the KingX tokens. And given there's gonna be demand, obviously then the price should positively react positively if there's gonna be demand. I mean, just economically wise in some ways. And 8% is gonna go to Genesis, similar to TitanX Market. And this is something will in the future, so that's going to come. Is that everything correct? What I just said there?
That's correct. Yes, that's very correct. In principles, hypermarket will be copy of the TitanX market with
Okay.
this
With a
adjustment.
switch of the
This
fees.
switch, yes, yeah. We do have to see the hyper code itself, but as we understand at this moment in time, that's what's gonna happen.
Fantastic. I think this is this is pretty good. I think that was a nice surprise for everybody. I think so too. And Hell Whale, he's saying when they see green candles kicking, they will come. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, definitely there will be some the green candles. We expecting the green candles being very green, neon green colors and high. Yes,
All right. Another question here from Cassia. He's asking, will the liquidity pool be also Hyper KingX?
that's correct. Yes.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Eh,
I reversed this answer because I had a
mm,
thought now. We'll come back to this later on because there is something I don't want to get in this. Sorry,
Detail.
apologize
No
now,
problem.
but the
We can
detail.
do another stream.
Yes. Because we had this discussion with Pavel and this or last day. But please wait. We do really to before we commit to something. We want to see the hyper contract first, and then we decide where to get the balance between helping as much as we can TitanX and hyper itself. It's not that it just has to be seen.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so I think Marek, King Marek, I'm sorry. I think we're approaching the 1.5 hour mark. So probably this is a bit of time to wrap up. Just before I give you the last word here, I would like to say first of all is please join the TitanX Market Telegram or the Twitter and also the website. And obviously, KingX is going to be launching on the 15th of February 2024 at 3 p.m. UTC. And if you're confused regarding UTC time, you can just go and visit titanxhub.com and you're going to see here the countdown. So this is just much easier for you. And when you hover over the launch date, you're going to actually see the date of it as well, which is you're gonna see it in your local time. So this is something which I created to just make it easier for you if you want to participate in this. So yeah, don't forget to join them. And also, guys, please, if you feel like you want to show me some love, definitely for sure. Here's my Ethereum address, but I accept anything in the EVM, Pulse chain, Ethereum, whatever. Uh, Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And Marek, you have the last word. Go ahead, my friend.
Thank
King
you.
Marek, I'm sorry.
Michael, thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much. The crown down to you for having me here again, for giving this opportunity to ramp up on KingX. One last word to everyone. Please don't make a mistakes. What we're trying to create is a kingdom, within the financial decentralized kingdom within the TitanX empire, if you like. You will have only 17, the gates to this castle when a king X is reigning will be open 17 days. After 17 days, this gate will be closed. Don't be late, because to get inside this financial kingdom, when you can have a shares of this decentralized financial kingdom, after the 17 days will be very difficult. You will pay expensive toll to get inside this castle. And again, Mike, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Great time with you. Super hundreds billions thanks to you to having me, to giving us this opportunity.
King Marek, always no problem at all. And just the last word here, and Anshul, this man does not miss. He's saying, thanks for the $10, by the way. And look at that. King himself has got some gold.
Where is it? Here. Yeah, that's heavy. It's heavy
Fantastic.
to hold it. Oh, there you are. I've
There
got
you
it.
are, man. Pure
This is
gold,
the
man.
treasury the King X will share with every King X holders. Thank you.
Fantastic. If I get that goal, I'm gonna give it to Enantial. This man does not myth. He's saying Mike Dean.eth bringing value to the crypto space. Yes, thank you very much, Enantial. You're absolutely amazing. Marek, thank you for being here, and yeah, thank you for updating us with all these things. And thank you for the viewers, and have a nice weekend. Talk to you soon. Marek, you
Thank
can
you
stay
very
on the
much.
screen. You can stay for a second.